What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match, and Barcelona beat Elche by 3-1 in what looks like a comfortable fashion, but performance again a bit lackluster. Again, we are not seeing any change in terms of the display on the pitch. Very worrying, but the performance was enough to get the result that we needed, following, of course, last weekend's Clásico result. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Wojciech Szczesny in goal, a back four of Jules Kounde, Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, and Alejandro Balde. A midfield three of Frankie de Jong, Marc Casado, and Fermin Lopez. Front three of Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Marcus Rashford. So from the El Clásico, no real changes. Araujo comes in for Barça, and that's it. Of course, Casado comes in for the injured Pedri. I guarantee you, if Pedri was fit, he would have started this game. So only theoretically speaking, one change from the El Clásico match and result. And the worrying thing is that this lineup needed more change than just one. The first goal scored in this match was scored by the star boy himself, Lamine Yamal. He changed his life yesterday, and now his life is even changing on the pitch. It was a misplaced pass from an Elche defender. Balde picks it up. Fantastic speed, darting through that midfield of Elche. Lamine makes that run. He slips the ball in. Lamine touches it, cuts inside, and buries it. Calm, cool, collective finish. Great assist from Balde as well, and that gave Barcelona the 1-0 lead. The second goal scored in this match was scored by Ferran Torres, very similar to the first goal, and also took place 3 minutes after the first goal was scored as well. Fermin Lopez this time picks up a loose ball on the left-hand side, and he puts in a great cross with Ferran and Lamine at the far post, but Ferran was there, to hit it in first. Celebrates, of course, by remembering the tragedy that happened in Valencia last year. But again, very similar to the first goal, two exact same goals in quick successive fashion, 2-0 lead for Barcelona, and you're looking comfortable and you're looking good as well. And the third and final goal scored was scored by Marcus Rashford after Elche repelling on the pressure, scoring before halftime. It was an absolutely world-class assist from Fermin Lopez. Firstly, Casado gets an attractive foul, so to speak, a bit of 50-50. He plays a long ball straight away to Fermin Lopez down the right-hand side. Fermin Lopez on the volley just pings a diagonal perfectly to Rashford. He controls it, makes the touch, darts down the byline on the left to beat the Elche defender, absolutely rifles it into the top corner, hitting the bar and going in, and Akipenya having no chance. After missing big opportunities in this game, Rashford finally got his goal. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it a below average 5 out of 10. I think, again, it's just a typical meaty, boring ass performance. We looked great in the first 10 to 15 minutes. The press was looking quite strong. I saw Casado and de Jong running like animals. Fermin as well. Lamine, Rashford. The press was there. And what was Flick saying in the build of this game? He said the past 2 training sessions, we trained really well. The press looked fantastic. It's the best 2 training sessions I've seen this season. We've gone out and performed the exact same way. I am telling you right now, for the millionth time, you're probably thinking, Barca boy, stop saying this, but I'm going to keep saying this because I cannot wait to prove everyone right. Until the players or the system changes, this exact display, performance, results are still to come. We have not kept a clean sheet in 2 months. Szczesny has been playing for Barcelona as a starting goalkeeper for a month and a half, 2 months. He's not kept one clean sheet. The defense is absolutely all over the place. I think players individually can perform, okay or well. As a collective unit, this team looks dead. There's no intensity, there's no pressure, there's no camaraderie. Everything that we built from last season is dead. Why is that? Because the players are burnt out. And unless you change the system completely or you change the players, the exact same thing is going to happen. And we saw it again, I'm going to say this for the millionth time, under Xavi. We won the double, we looked great. The defense was, of course, rock solid. We attacked well. Next season after that, we looked like shite. And we're looking the exact same. These, games that we should be beating comfortably, we're scraping by, we're, hanging on by a thread, then we go on to win the game. We might have a big win against Atletico Madrid in a month's time. We might, have a good semi-final performance against Athletic Club in the Super Cup. At the end of the day, we will not be successful this season until something changes in terms of the players who start or the system that Flick is implementing. Kounde keeps dropping stinkers, somehow, some way, is still starting games. We have not adapted well to the high line. Teams are finding us out much better. If Raphinha had a shooting boost today, could have had a hat trick. The perspective and the momentum of this game could have been different. I think our attack looks good. Yes, we've not been clinical this season, but I think when we get into the final third, the team kind of looks okay, but defensively, in transition, controlling midfield, we look dead. I watched that whole 90 minutes, and I feel like I would say that Elche had more possession. Of course, Barcelona had more possession, but I felt like watching this game, they had more possession. Why? Because they were threatening. They looked decent on counterattack. They looked decent in attacking transition. They looked like they could have created something. We look absolutely dead. And it's gonna happen. I don't know how we're the third or second favorites for the betting odds to win the Champions League. We ain't winning shit. If we get to the quarterfinals, I think it will be a miracle. This team needs something. Maybe returning to Camp Nou can give this team a kick up the arse. But like I said, unless the players change in terms of the whole starting lineup, maybe players coming back, Joao Garcia, Lewandowski, Olmo, Rafa will change things, or the system changes, these exact performances are going to be the same. Yet another poor display for Barcelona over the course of 90 minutes. It's not the performance for me. We'll be getting a 5 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. We're going to, of course, with the goalkeeper in Wojciech Szczesny. Still no clean sheet. I give him an average 6. I think the goalie couldn't really do much with it. I thought Raphinha's finish was absolutely sensational. I think there are other players that are, at fault for that goal if you want to, nitpick. Made a great point blank save in, the third or second minute from a cross that was ended up being offside from Elche. Apart from that, really had nothing much else to do. All the shots hit the post or the crossbar. He made some good catches from crosses and corner kicks today. Was, really a commander in that box. So I've given him a standard 6 out of 10 performance for that display. As the center back partnership in front of him, first on the left hand side, it was Eric Garcia. I don't know if I'm being biased or generous, but I'm gonna give Eric a 7 out of 10. I thought again he had a really solid performance, and this is why I think he should be the one that gets sacrificed and gets thrown in at right back. Yeah, look calm, cool, composed as well. Defending, very well. His passing from the back is always, the smart move and decision. I don't think he ever really put a foot wrong in this game, and I thought he had yet another consistent display. He's kind of becoming the new Mr. Consistent of this team, and shows why Hansi Flick has so much praise in him, so much trust in him, because he starts week in week out the most probably in that defense. So Eric Garcia 7 out of 10 today. I thought he played a really solid game. Center back partner, of course, on the right hand side, and the captain in Ronald Araujo. I've given Araujo a 6. Of course, for the goal, he was arguing that the phase of play was still the same. That's why it should have been offside. But in the end, he was the one that held the line. The shot, being just outside his foot, maybe stuck in the foot. He gave me Raphinha too much space. Apart from that, I didn't give him, a 5 for maybe us conceding the goal. Because I think after that, he had, a solid display. He made some good tackles, was good in the air. His passing in tight spaces looked better. Yes, maybe he'd pass the ball to Ferran, Rashford. They control it and lose the ball right away, but that pass significantly, I think, is improving from Araujo. I'm not trying to, twerk for him or saying he has to start anything like that. I'm just judging his performance from what I've seen. So overall, I thought he wasn't too bad in this game, but again, that's one last concentration yet again. And we go on to concede 6 out of 10 for me for the captain tonight. Into the fullbacks. Firstly, right hand side, Jules Kounde is kind of the same story, different day. I mean, he just looks so bad to the point where I'm thinking, what does he have news on Flick? Is that the reason why he is not getting benched? I thought he didn't look too bad today compared to the other performances, but again, misplaced passes, slipping up in defense, getting done in behind. I thought he defended quite well in the second half. I think the first half is where the poor performance came in, but making stupid decisions, not looking composed every time he gets the ball. I'm worried, right? That wasn't me, for the first 3 years of his Barcelona career. I'm like, give the ball to Kounde. I'm sure that he'll lock it down. But I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know how he keeps starting. Is it because of his fitness? I don't know what it is, but there is a call and need from the Barca fan base that Kounde should be dropped. Eric Garcia puts into right back, and then you have a somewhat of a different opening for a center back partnership. I don't think Kounde has done very well over the past few months. He had one good game this season against Newcastle away, and that's pretty much been it. The rest of them have been meaty or shit. I think today was more on the meaty, shitty kind of vibe, but I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't, and he needs to, fix up. He just looks like a headless chicken. He looks absolutely lost out there, and there has to be more to that than just the system or form or anything like that. So 5 out of 10 for me for Jules Kounde. Left hand side, left fullback, Alejandro Balde. I've given him a 7 out of 10. Of course, got the assist for the Lamine opener. I thought overall he had a really good performance as well. A lot of the attacks from Elche came down that side in the end. He kept it, well locked down. The goal came in from the from the right-hand side, the Kounde side, where Raphinha, you know, shot it across goal. He did hit the post from that side from the second half, but again, all of the attacking threats from Elche came down Kounde's side, where they were looked threatening, even though they attacked more so down Balde's side. But I think that showed how well Balde did defend in this game, and of course the assist was absolutely fantastic as well. Had more opportunities where he ran in behind, trying to, you know, slip in a pass through the middle. Not too many crosses attempted for him, but I think overall decent display from him. 7 out of 10 from me. Into the midfield, first we start up in the pivot with Marc Casado. 6 out of 10 for me. Again, average. Didn't do anything superb, fantastic, or anything poorly. Of course, he was the one that kind of pretty much started and made the Rashford goal as well, getting that foul, playing the ball quickly over the top perfectly well into Fermin Lopez. But again, I think it's another steady performance. I don't think he really put a foot wrong, didn't do anything absolutely majestical, just, you know, performed the way he should be. Made some good tackles in the midfield, didn't lose the ball a little bit yet. Again, I think he's being a bit more risky with his play, you know, maybe not making the right decision and, you know, playing for a throw-in or playing in for a corner, things of that nature. But I think on the ball it looks good. You know, breaks down a certain amount of Elche attack, so I think he does his job. That's why I give him an average 6 out of 10. Other, you know, pivot was, of course, Frenkie de Jong, playing that maybe a little bit more advanced role, the Pedri style. Average 6 out of 10 for him. Did lose the ball quite a bit in certain moments. I think his passing decision making wasn't really up to the standard that I would like and that I've seen from him. I think he controlled the midfield quite well. You know, he kept the tempo steady when we had some sort of decent spell of possession. But I think he, in a different role today, he wasn't playing, you know, his natural role. He's playing it in a different role where he has to be more pragmatic, more advanced. That's why I think it wasn't as, you know, silky and nice of, you know, commanding performance than what you expect from Frenkie. But I think overall didn't really put, you know, too many foot wrong. So average 6 out of 10, very similar to Casado. Final midfielder, of course, in the 10 was Fermin Lopez. I give him an 8 out of 10, 2 assists, one for the Ferran goal and one for the Rashford goal. The Rashford one, I think, is a point in its own. Absolutely pinged the ball to perfection straight to the player. Looked good in the attacking areas, had some shots that, you know, went out that were, you know, just went wide, was looking threatening, was making good runs in behind. I thought his pressing was good as well. Died down a little bit in the second half, which is probably why Flick ended up poking him. Don't forget, he only played about an hour, so we're not judging him over a course of 90 minutes, which may be why his grade is maybe a bit extra inflated. But I think Fermin, yeah, again, another steady performance of him. He's been looking really, really good over the past few weeks since coming back from an injury, looking more so an integral Barcelona player as the days go on. Into the front line now. First on the left-hand side, Marcus Rashford, 7 out of 10 from me. I was going to give him a 6. His performance was a 6. I gave him a +1 just for him scoring the goal. Missed some decent opportunities in this game. I think his decision making was so poor in this game, but looked lively. I mean, he was going for it. He was trying to score a goal, trying to go down the byline, put crosses in, putting shots that go well wide, that get saved, things of that nature. So he was being proactive, which I respect, which is what you want from your wingers and forwards. You know, keeps on, you know, Messi. He missed so many, you know, important passes. Just that final pass to create a goal scoring chance. He attempted so many of those in this game, and all of them, you know, went begging. But of course, got his goal, great finish, and great touch and control as well. That's how you get in the +1. I think his performance definitely was more so an average 6 out of 10. But again, looks great. Just needs to be more decisive in the final third. Other winger, of course, right-hand side, Lamine Yamal, 7 out of 10 for me. Looked, of course, much better. Looked really agile in that first half. Looked like he had like a weight lifted off his shoulder. Had some good chances in this game that he missed. I think he should have had a hat-trick from the chances that he had in this game, at least a brace. So he needs to be more clinical in that regards. But it looked quite quiet in the second half, mainly because that he never really got the ball. All of the attacks were down the left-hand side with Rashford and, you know, Frenkie and Balde down the left-hand side. Nothing was really working its way down the right. When it was on the right, he looked good. He's skipping past Elche defenders, Hector Ford, held him the ball a little too much as well, and would end up losing it. But looked lively, looked much better. I think this is probably his best performance since coming back from this goddamn stupid piece of shit pubic injury. But yeah, still need a little bit more from him. He needs to be a bit more clinical and also more decisive when he is on the ball. But 7 out of 10 for him. And last but not the least is, of course, up front, Ferran Torres, average 6 out of 10 for me. Did get a goal. It was a tap in. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't really gonna give him points. You could say I have an agenda. Screw you. I don't care. Just again, meaty, just like Casado and Frenkie and everyone else who got 6. Just the standard Ferran stuff. Hold up play today was non-existent. He was slipping a lot when he got the ball in the 18-yard box. You know, getting the ball toe poked away from him, things of that nature. Like it was that bad. People talk about, he talked about him being the starting, he wants to be the starting striker for Barcelona. Absolutely no chance. No chance. I think that he keeps showing more and more and more why it shouldn't be, but somehow, some way, he does get, get a goal. Again, if he wasn't there, Lamine Yamal would have scored the goals. I don't want to give him, I don't want to emphasize his goal too much. At least Lamine's goal comes with a bit of talent, the cut inside, the control, the finish. Same with Rashford's goal as well. This is a simple tap in. But again, you have to be there at the right time, right moment. I respect that, but I don't know. His performance just seems so dead most of the time. Doesn't really get involved in play too much, and when he does get involved, he loses the ball most of the time. So average 6 out of 10 for Ferran tonight. Last but not least, of course, is the substitutions. The sub were Daniel Olmo, Lewandowski, Gerard Martin, Rooney Bargi, and Dro. Rooney and Dro, I think, barely even touched 3 blades of grass. I don't even think either of them touched the ball. I don't even know if Gerard Martin touched the ball. Lewandowski had some opportunities in behind Olmo as well, but the timing of these subs were so bad that they didn't really have much time to really have an impact on this game. I think they mainly came in today for rotation, freshness, and fitness. And last, but certainly not the least, is the manager, Hansi Flick. Similar to the team tonight, for me, he gets a 5 out of 10. He has to stop gassing up his team in press conferences. Oh, it looks so good. The last 2 training sessions, the best I've seen this season. We go out there, we perform the same way. Nothing has changed. Subs today were absolutely dreadful. I mean, why you wait until the 70th minute when we looked like we were, under the cosh, especially in that opening 15-20 minutes of the first half where Elche were, trying to, claw an equalizer. The subs that he did make were a bit unencouraging, taking off your best player for Olmo, Gerard Martin, Dro and Rooney I don't mind, but Gerard Martin, like, what's the point of that? Like, it's just dead. This team is not performing well. He's, keeping the same thing. Again, lineup prediction, spot on yet again. Like, I'm predicting lineups week in, week out, and score lines week in, week out. Like, it's that bad. It's that predictable as well. Things need to change. I'm not going to go too much into it because I've already said this a million times. Again, this all lies on him. He needs to make those big key decisions. You can't just rely on the players coming back from injury and hope everything will be sunshine and rainbows, because it will not be that way. 5 out of 10 for Flick tonight. Yet again, poor, and instilling false reality in the fan base as well. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Elche in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing on our first day, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.